reactions are our own. I'm speaking about reactivity, in particular my own. Let me give you a typical example. I look at a list of people who are online for a chat, on Facebook or something like that, or maybe a streaming concert. Oops, there's this one name, a person that is rather a pain in the butt to me. And I find myself reacting just to the name. What's that all about? There's no question that person is indeed a pain. But how does my response help them or me? Even if I'm just thinking myself, it's just adding layers and layers of obscuration every time that I enunciate that, I feel that I react. So obviously it doesn't help me, or it doesn't help them. What can I do about these reactions of mine? Am I reacting to this or to that? And they go on all day long, from morning to night. It might just be, I don't like that shirt or that color or what I have to do. There's just, if you look at it, which I really have, there's just a myriad of them every single day. And you think they do nothing? You think they're good for our system? I don't think so. I can say to myself, I'm just calling a spade a spade. After all, it's the truth that the person is difficult. What is causing them to behave this way? It must be very painful for them that people like me, who are pretty tolerant, have to react to even seeing their name on a list. What can I do about this? For one, aside from whatever they've done or just are in themselves, my reaction to them is my responsibility, not theirs. That's my responsibility, my ability to respond. And no one else did it. I'm responding like that. I just did. So I have to own it, and you do too. We have to own it. It may be just a passing jab on my part, but a jab nevertheless. My most precious teacher, the Venerable Khenpo Katra Rinpoche, once taught a group of us, I can remember it well, that any and every thought, word, or act is either beneficent or maleficent, with no middle ground that you can find. I never could. He stated that if you drill down far enough on your intent, and just try it, each thought, each word, each action is either helpful or it's not. We often just put a negative twist on it. For me, it's often just an attempt to be funny, and it's not. It works the other way around too. Someone that I always put on a pedestal because I like to put them on a pedestal. That's reification. They often disappoint me. It just happened the last couple of days. Someone that I consider my close friend just left me high and dry. And I'm reacting, but I'm getting it under control. But my responsibility, my ability to respond, is 100% mine. Not no matter what they do. If they give me the finger or curse me out or something, that's their problem. How I receive it. If I can't react appropriately, naturally, to whatever it is, it doesn't mean I have to like it. It just means I have to understand it. Anyway, we do have an intent in the mix. Whatever you decide, the act itself is being recorded. It's being etched in our karma. And such an etching is either helpful or harmful. As the case may be. When I first heard about this, this thing from Rinpoche about maleficent or beneficent, I was not sure that I could believe it. But even after drilling down on my own intent, or on some trivial joke I made, or whatever, I never found a single case where my intent was not beneficent or maleficent. And that, set me to thinking. And so instead of marking down a negative response about someone other than ourselves, or whatever, but by even seeing a person's name on the list, we're actually recording our own unhelpful response. It may be minor, tiny. It may just be not a very nice sense of humor, but it's nothing for us to be proud of, and it's certainly not helpful. And it only adds to our obscurations, layer by layer, not to whoever offended us. If you want to better understand this problem, I've written a series of short articles on reactivity, what I call reactivity Tonglen. And instead of exchanging yourself for others, teaches us to watch our own exchange with ourself, our reactivity. In fact, something that affected me so much years ago, there's a Harvard psychologist and Tibetan scholar and teacher named Daniel P. Brown. And there are a series of short interviews online that you can hear him speak. And just hearing his voice, I could tell that he knew what he was talking about. Something he said is that the first, in Buddhism, the first noble truth, which is called the truth of suffering, and he was a Tibetan translator, it would be better if that first noble truth was translated, according to him, as the truth of reactivity. That's what's universal. We all are in constant reaction. If you want to read more about it, I have a kind of a data site where I just store old articles and stuff. It's called, just one word, michaelerlewine.com, MichaelErlewine.com. And there's different forums. There's a forum for Dharma, and on that Dharma forum is one called Reactivity or Reactivity Tonglen or something like that. Anyway, thanks for listening. So, as the Tibetans say, and I quote, karma is as fine as flour, end quote.